Yeah, I mean, a lot of things are very fun if you don't do it too often. And to me, the same goes for 2v2. I think 2v2 is really fun, but I don't want to see 2v2 20s every day. Like, that would personally not really do it for me. I think one time a month, maybe twice a month, a big 2v2 tourney, that's very cool. There's definitely space to do some stuff with random tourneys, and that might actually excite some people to sign up for events. They don't want to play with their main race. But, thought for a different day, and it doesn't have to go over the big brain bouts. Like, big brain bouts can just always be big brain bouts, and we can always run something else on the side, right? Nothing stops us from organizing something.
Let's get it on. Round 1, fight!
Top left side, he did win one of the free-for-alls a while ago, where we had a Knight of free-for-alls or King of the Hill as the big brain bouts. He is our Taiwanese Protoss. He's been asking me to play for a while. It is Lemon. And he's going up against a very familiar face to the Friday night. The man who always wants to play, and I told him for a while he could play until he wins. And that's what he suggested. I accepted. He lost. We went without him a couple weeks, but he's here. Mostly just because I really needed a gamer that can play on US West, a server that is giving a lot of issues right now to Europeans. This is Cham. You guys have a lot of channel points on Cham and a little less on Lemon. I will not say yet what I think, because I don't want to influence the poll and then say, some people say that I ruined their odds one way or the other. So I'll wait until the prediction is over. But in the Discord, this led to some discussion. And the predictions for this one were definitely like over the place. Some people thought Cham was the favorite, some people thought Lemon was the favorite. I'm curious. To me, this is one of these series, guys, where it's very hard for me to have a very good idea of what is going to happen. We're looking at a Mexican Zerg against the Taiwanese Protoss, two guys I don't get to cast every week, even though I've obviously seen a decent amount of Cham in the big brain bouts. It's probably a little clash of styles. They gotta be somewhat unfamiliar with each other too, because when would these two ever play against each other? Hello, Sventy later, by the way. Happy Friday. I think it's gonna be fun. It can honestly give us a lot of different looks. Lemon had some really good results in the WTL a while ago. And in that WTL, he even took down Maru. Probably one of the biggest upsets of the regular season that we had. The Taiwanese Lemon with 7 million gateways on El Sayoni took down Maru. Cham obviously had a great run in our event on the Friday night, and he actually sent me a couple of very wholesome, lovely messages saying that the Big Brain Bouts has really inspired him to just play a lot more, got him motivated to play in other tournaments, and really reignited his joy in Starcraft. That made me very happy. Even if it maybe is a bit of a suck-up message, and it just made me happy. It's always good to make nerds happy. And that is why I love running this event. And I make myself pretty happy too. Gives me something to look forward to every Friday. Two adepts are gonna shade into what is now the natural and eventually is going to be the third base of Cham. Slow links can't really put up much of a fight. But at least they're in the right spot. I keep the adepts away. Not bad here though by Lemon, right? That's actually like that's 6 links for basically nothing. Yeah, a little bit of real damage, but so Cham keeps the drone safe, but he does lose all 6 Zerglings. Yeah, sometimes it's the little things. Sport Crawler is very close to finishing up. The timing of it is excellent on the side of Cham. He could not have timed that any better. If it's 2 seconds later, he's gonna lose a couple drones there, but well done. Lemon, by the way, takes the triangle. Personally, guys, if I was playing Protoss on this map, and I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do, but I would take this base. If I see that the Zerg has taken 3 bases in a line, horizontal as we say, I personally would expand away from the Zerg, especially against a crazy Zerg like Cham, but Lemon apparently not afraid, and he's expanding towards the Zerg. This Sport Crawler is not that well timed, and a couple drones will fall. He's actually gonna kill the Extractor too, yeah. Well done. Lemon looking quite good here in game 1. Getting a couple Zerglings with the Adepts, getting a couple drones with the Oracles. How about a no main race tourney? I mean, we can do whatever we want. As long as there is excitement. I personally think that this was not the best time to run extra tournaments. I hope that, you know, in 7 days from now, as I said, we should have a lot to talk about. We should have a lot to discuss. And fingers crossed we have a lot to look forward to. And then I think it makes a lot more sense to run some extra tournaments. One of the queens died. The oracles got saved. So far, it's still a flawless game on the side of Lemon. One adept should finally fall here, but Lemon is kind of cooking, man. A Taiwanese Protoss, I think, is playing quite well. He is going to end up losing these adepts, but not before. Gunning down a few more drones. Can he get that final shot off? Yes, he can. This looks very good, I'd say. No shield battery yet at the third is a tiny bit risky, but the man's got triple oracle. I love all the suggestions, guys, but I hope you know that whenever you're suggesting these things on Twitch chat, like, I'm sitting here all night long, I'm observing, I'm communicating with the players, I'm trying to yap a little bit. I'm not going to register everything. If you really have serious suggestions, Discord is a much better place, because there it will stay. This chat, it comes and it goes. So if you really feel strongly about something, let us know in the Starcraft channel or the Just Chatting channel in Discord. Then it's there forever, and then we can talk about it, and maybe we can plan something. Hello, Chess. I think it is. Magnus thought it wasn't. He thought this was an easy win for Cham. Since the prediction has officially ended, I don't have to worry about influencing your channel points anymore. In my eyes, Lemon is the favorite. I'm not saying that because he's playing well here in the first 7 minutes. I just think Lemon is surprisingly good. I think sometimes people sleep a little bit on the Taiwanese Protoss players. I would not be shocked if Cham beats Lemon, because Cham has done excellent in the big brain bouts. And he's obviously a crazy Protoss, crazy Zerg. He can be aggressive, he can be all-out macro, he's not afraid to roll the dice and take some risks. I just think if Lemon is anywhere near as good as he was in the WTL season, he should be the favorite here. On top of that, Protoss is very good as well. Road speed is not quite done yet for Cham, and Lemon continues to look very strong and pretty dominant here in game 1. Low HP, Queen should fall if the target fires correct. There are some Zerglings coming in from the back. Lemon is sitting maybe on a few too many minerals, but the man from Taiwan is just that confident. Continues to micro well, continues to battle. Cham is in trouble, man. Like, if you're down 11 workers, he's got 5 hatcheries. Sometimes when people, oh, it's 5 base against 3, the 4th is just starting. Yeah, that's true. But right now, Lemon is mining more than Cham. He's mining way more gas. He's mining a very similar amount of minerals. And he's got a pretty decent army. If he spends his money better, he would have had a bigger army. Blink Stalkers and Oracles obviously should be fine against Lings and Roaches. As long as you don't do something silly. One missed blink, one bad blink, and obviously your entire game plan can go out of the window and can all be over. I think at this point the game looks fine. Like, Cham is just kind of all in. 5 bases or not 5 bases. Cham is just kind of all in because he doesn't have a Hydra Den, he doesn't have a Baning Nest. He is just spamming Roaches and Zerglings. He's got a lot of them. He kills the 4th base. Okay. That is 400 minerals down the drain, and Lemon probably a little bit surprised by the amount of units that Cham has here. This would be such a Cham-like victory, down 10 workers and just spamming Roaches and Lings against Oracles and Blink Stalkers. He's getting some really good fights here. Lemon is sitting on 1,500 minerals, is not capable of spending his money. That's a bad Stalker warp in as well. Is it then still Cham? Like, how does Cham do it? Cham just always finds ways to win Zerg games that really should not go towards the Zerg. That is minus 25 probes. Pylons will die. Robo will probably die. Lemon did not expect Cham to have so many freaking Zerglings and Roaches. And it's our Mexican Zergy, Cham, who takes the 1-0 lead. Down 11 workers, no anti-air. Cham doesn't care. Like, it's such a Cham victory. It really is. It's such a Cham victory. I can guarantee you that there are a lot of Zergs out there that look at games like this and be like, this is stupid. This should not have won. Like, you can't win like this. And Cham is like, well, maybe I can, but I'm doing it anyway, so. 5 bases, 57 drones. Took some damage early on against the Adepts. Completely ignored the Oracles like they weren't there. Had nothing that shoot up. No Infestation Pit, no Hydra Den, no Baning Nest. Roaches and Lings, baby. Moses says mindset. Well, Cham is definitely a man who plays with a lot of heart and commitment. Anything he does, he goes all out. He's a man of extremes, and it really does pay in StarCraft. Yeah, Lemon was sitting on too much money. I mentioned it a few times. The average unspent resources there was too high. That does happen sometimes, even to the very best Protoss players out there. Like you look at Hero, you look at MaxPax, even when they're out on the map, they can sit on a bit too much, but they will still spend it by the time they truly need to spend it, right? And Lemon couldn't quite spend it when he needed to spend it the most. He clearly panicked. He didn't even cancel the Nexus. He just misread it. Like, if he has a couple cannons and batteries there and he builds another Oracle, even a safety Void Ray for all I care, he should not ever be able to lose that game. But I'm honestly tired of talking about how the Protoss players should never lose, because this man always finds a way to win. And that's just a special ability. Eva says he's like Dark, and yeah. You can look at Dark, Roaches, and Hydras, and he's running into Immortals, Archons, and Stormy, like Dark's mega dead. And then Dark finds a way to win with Roach Hydra. Like, well, that shouldn't have happened. It's like, nobody cares. It doesn't matter if it should have happened or not, right? A win is a win.
Round 2, fight!
And in the bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of the man who is just so damn good in finding weird ways of winning games that he perhaps has no business in winning, but he does not care. He's got a great record in the Big Brain Bouts. It's our Mexican Zerg, Cham. I love Cham. Great guy. Hope I get to see him this year. And you know what, guys? I think I will. Top right side of Amygdala, we are looking at the main base of our Taiwanese Protoss. He's been asking me to play in the Big Brain Bouts for a while. I actually think he's really good, so normally I would make him play in the third match or perhaps even a main event. But that's too late for him. He said, like, no, 1 a.m. is fine, 2 a.m. is fine, but 3 or 4 a.m. I am dead the following day and I'll be bad. So, second match it is for our Taiwanese Protoss, Lemon. Perhaps a good moment to explain, because I've had some players DM me about this as well, where they're sometimes confused about the order of matches. On average, guys, it's always supposed to get better throughout the night. It's always supposed to start a little bit lower, and then we make a step up, we make another step up, and then the last match of the night should always be the best one. There are some exceptions. Sometimes it's the storyline that's the exception, or sometimes it's time zones, where players still want to play, even if the prize money is smaller in the first or second match. But they just want to play, and they say, I don't care, I don't want to play that late, I want to play earlier. And hey, if we can get them to play earlier, like trigger Gumio or trigger against Clem, we'll just do it earlier. So, the rule is that the level is supposed to increase, but that's not always the case. I think more often than not it's absolutely the case, but there are some exceptions. And when SC3? Yeah, that's a great question, mate. Whenever they wake up over at either Activision or Microsoft or Seattle, California, maybe one day. But I'm personally not counting on SC3 before 2030. And I think even 2030 would be very early. But a man can dream. Maybe with technology getting better, it perhaps becomes easier to make a brand new RTS. But if I look at some of the RTSs that have been revealed or released recently, it turns out it's still very hard. And I would rather have no StarCraft 3 than a very bad StarCraft 3. So, yeah, I wouldn't count on it in the next 5 years. Stormgate coming along, they posted something on the Twitter about the units turning a lot quicker and more accurate right now. I didn't get to play it yet, so I don't want to yap. I don't like yapping about things that I haven't actually tested myself out. My honest opinion is just that it's going to be incredibly hard for the folks over at Stormgate to turn it all around. I believe that an RTS can succeed. I really do. I'm a strong believer that a new RTS can still succeed in the year 2025 or 2026, whatever. But I think you need to do everything right from the beginning. And I don't think it can work if you make a lot of big mistakes early on and then try to slowly repair all those mistakes. Cham has made a couple of Zerglings, 12 of them in total. That's enough to deal with a couple of adepts, but it's not enough to really get a Nexus cancel or anything along those lines. Can it replace SC2 though? You mean Stormgate? I think at first it had all the potential in the world to replace StarCraft. I think it had all the goodwill, it had all the hopium, the copium. But yeah, there's only so many things that I feel like either a fan base or players want to deal with before they just kind of feel like they give up. But what about that other RTS which was played for a hot 10 days? You mean Battle Aces? Battle Aces is not out yet. Battle Aces was only in a beta and then a second beta. But Battle Aces is still very cool and definitely has some potential. They also made some mistakes, I think, in the second beta. But I have not given up on Battle Aces yet. I don't see Battle Aces as a StarCraft 2 replacement, but I honestly think it's a fun game. I think it's cute. I think it has a lot of things that just feel right. The units look awesome. The sound effects are fantastic. It's a very fast game. They have a Discord. I am still in the Discord. People are discussing stuff there. And it will probably be playable again maybe in like a month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. I don't think it will be a full release. I think there will be another beta. I think then they close it again. And then eventually the game will be released. But in my eyes, and obviously you guys don't have to agree at all. And I'm not, before you guys say that I'm an ambassador or anything, I'm not. Just giving you guys my honest opinion. I think Battle Aces is fun. I think it is a fun little game with some really cool units, cool designs. What is Cham doing? Cham's just casually going up to 5 bases in the bottom right side of Amygdala. This I mean, it's almost like a hidden base. I don't know if it is, but 59 drones and Cham is building a lot of roaches. Is that for the quicker reinforcements, guys? So it's a bit of a similar game to what we just saw on Whispers of Gold. The main difference is that this game has gone better for Cham. Cham has lost less. His economy was able to get up to this point without too many ways of Lemon slowing it down. It's not been hurting. But I'm sure that Lemon has learned his lesson, right, from the previous game. Lemon is now going to attack the 4th base. There are some queens here. There's nothing really protecting the queens, but there are Zerglings coming in from the top right. Keep your eye on those Zerglings. Until roach speed is done, it's going to be hard for Cham to really take a great fight. Cham does do a good job in activating a stasis trap. If Lemon, by the way, would have just sent 1 unit to the Zelnaga Watchtower, he would have seen that base in the bottom right side. It's honestly like a perfect copy of that first game. Cham is just building nothing but basic Zerg units. J-Money Magic Special, as we call it. 59 drones, roaches and Zerglings and +1 missile attacks. And if Lemon just reads into this, just play it safe. Lemon does not need to be attacking Cham here. Cham is the one who needs to attack Lemon. Obviously getting 3 pickups on the edge of creep is fine as long as you don't get surrounded. As long as you don't lose too many stalkers. 1 or 2 is acceptable. Losing more of them is not acceptable. I mean, I'll say what I said last game. This game looks great for Lemon. Which could only mean one thing, right? That Cham is about to win. But I don't know how he's going to win. If Lemon just spends his money, gets a couple of high Templars, fights near a cannon or a battery, he should be totally fine. Cham's army is big though. Roaches are cheap, Zerglings are cheap. He's getting a lot of them. It's only 2 oracles this time. Like, I don't know why you would never make a safety Void Ray here. I'm not saying that I love Void Rays, guys. I think Void Rays kind of suck. But if you've got the money, you've got 900 minerals, 500 gas, make a flying unit that can shoot down. Some constant DPS. Just chip away at all those roaches and Zerglings. Because now Lemon is forced to pull the probes of 1400 minerals. And I think he will hold. I think the Stalker count is high enough this time that he will hold. That is a big old Stalker warp in as well. And he's got Storm. And he did lose 21 probes. Blackjack for Cham, who's on 5 hatcheries. It really is the exact same game. Yeah, like I don't think you need all the Void Rays, but honestly guys, if you're sitting on money, you've got gas, you've got minerals, you can't spend it, and you're being overwhelmed by roaches, mostly roaches, basic roaches, make a Void Ray. I don't care how Platinum Hero like it is. There's nothing wrong with a flying unit that can shoot down. But even without the Void Ray, I agree with Bully. I think this game right now is perfectly playable for Lemon. He's got a decent Stalker count. He's got +2. He's got Storm. You know, what's there to worry about? 28 roaches and 52 Zerglings, but please don't, by the way, let a unit walk in. If these lings run into the natural main base, it does become very hard. Cham's got a 50 army supply lead, but it is an inferior army. And once more, that Platinum Hero Void Ray, guys, would not be a bad call. A lot of Lings are going to split off from the army. They're going to go work on some probes in the natural. They're going to work on probes in the main. And there are a lot of roaches all over the third. I mean, this is hell for the Protoss. Right here, you have to mic. Oh, the High Templars. Ooh, as Serral would say. High Templars get jumped upon and not a lot of storms get casted. Like, I think Lemon will hold. But he holds after losing 25 probes again. And at one point, we gotta ask ourselves, how many times can we afford to lose 25 workers on 3 bases? And Cham is probably like thinking this is going perfectly fine. He's now dropping a Bailing Nest. 10 minutes into the game, +3 almost done on the side of Protoss and Storm. Cham has a 19 worker lead and a 30 army supply lead. But Lemon has +2 Blink Stalkers and 2 Oracles. He's got 33 of them. That F1 season is starting real soon, guys. Red Eye, you guys will remember Red Eye, esports legend, stopped by in the chat yesterday. He thinks Red Bull is going to be bad this year. He thinks Max will struggle. Ah, that's a hot take. Cham is fighting an excellent fight here. He's doing a really good job in getting some Zerglings on top of the Stalkers. And Stalkers are expensive units. Roaches are cheap, Zerglings are cheap, Stalkers are not. And if Cham can just continue to find somewhat reasonable trades, this is going to be okay. And I've never seen a Protoss make life harder on himself than Lemon. And I think he's just panicking a little bit, right? Like maybe in his mind, he always needs to do something because he is worried about that hive. He is worried about lurkers or hydras eventually. But Cham is just doubling down, tripling down on his bluff. In poker terms, they would call it he's triple barreling with absolutely nothing. He bluffed on the flop, he bluffed on the turn, he's bluffing on the river. And Lemon is kind of buying it. Lemon's like, man, I should really fold aces here. Aces just don't feel that good anymore. It's such a wet board. My opponent has it. Drops a Revelation. The Revelation should help a little. You'll see some pros, but you also see that the gases have not been taken. Cham's army is really big. What will it take for Lemon to make a flying unit that can just shoot at Zerglings and Roaches? I don't think it's gonna happen. Lemon. He does drop a couple of storms, he'll grab a few Zerglings, but it's Cham again with a 50-60 army supply lead. He's getting all over the third base at this point. Lemon does blink forward. That's a good storm, by the way, on the Roaches, but the third base, the most important base, is done. If I was Cham, by the way, I would disengage here. Now, Lemon is just gonna leave anyway. Cham was disengaging. Lemon down 0-2. Against our Mexican phenom on the Friday night. Cham, 2 games in a row, 59 drones, Roaches and Zerglings go hard. I mean, sometimes people watch Starcraft and they are convinced that they can make a better choice than the pro gamers. And most of the time, the fans are wrong. I think in this case, if you're a fan and you're watching this game, be like, why doesn't he just build a Void Ray? I really don't think you're wrong. I think a single Void Ray would have made his life so much easier. Or a 3rd Oracle, a 4th Oracle, a 5th Oracle. There is no need to just like completely forget about all Stargate tech and only focus on Stalkers and Storm if you're playing against pure Roaches and Zerglings. I mean, 3 Voids is a little expensive. It starts adding up. But I think 1 Void Ray or 2 Void Rays, 1 on patrol, the 3rd, 1 on patrol on the bottom of your natural, you make your life so much easier. Has Lemon ever seen a Cham game? I assume he has. But I do think that, you know, there's a hot topic, right? Whether or not pro gamers are lazy. I don't think StarCraft 2 pro gamers are lazy. I think StarCraft 2 pro gamers have obviously worked historically incredibly hard to get as good in the game as they are. But I do believe that right now we're in a bit of an era where I wouldn't call them lazy, but they're taking it easy, right? They're waiting for big announcements, they're taking some breaks. And now even when some opportunities arrive and they can play a series. Did Lemon watch any of the games of Cham? I don't know if he did. Maybe, like I did tell him 3 days in advance you're playing Cham, so he could have done his homework. But he's indeed playing like Cham, playing against Cham like he would play against Serral, where he feels like he needs to keep him honest and he needs to be in his face. And it's like, Cham is gonna attack you, mate. That's what Cham does. And sure, once in a while he does the extreme greed, quick hive, lurkers, etc. But if it's a lot of units, and it looks like a lot of units, it will probably continue to be a lot of units for a while. Doesn't seem like Lemon has really done his homework. But it's all good. Game 3, series not over yet.
Round 3. Fight.
Top right side of Frostline, it's our Taiwanese Protoss. He is, in my eyes, surprisingly down 0-2, because I thought he was a minor favorite coming into this series. And to be honest, he could have won game 1, and he absolutely should have won game 2. And I'm sure that a lot of Zerg Pro gamers in particular would absolutely agree that these games are quote-unquote free wins for the Protoss. But nothing is free in life. Perhaps besides the sun setting in the morning. This is Lemon. Even a handful of Phoenixes, yeah. But, like, I love Phoenix, but for Phoenixes to be efficient against that many Roaches and Zerglings, you would need a lot of them. And that becomes a very big investment. Like, you can't casually make 5, 6, 7 Phoenix appear, because then your opponent would have time to drop a HeroMarine, etc. and the transition. But like a single Void Ray, or especially a third Oracle or fourth Oracle, it would not hurt you there at all. Bottom left side, he has taken the 2-0 lead, the Mexican Zerg. Can he peak once more on a Friday evening and continue to increase those prize earnings from the Big Brain Bouts? It is Cham. And the sun rises in the morning. Doesn't it also set in the morning, or it only sets in the evening? Whatever, it rises. The sun appears, mate. I think that's free. For most of us. I mean, to me it's the same. When it rises or it sets, it's very low. You guys know what I mean. Leave me alone. Thank you to Manakino for the 19 months. Haven't pulled too many all-nighters lately. I have been a proper gamer this month though. I've had a couple of like 3-4 AM gaming sessions. I'm a little bit like Reynor. How Reynor has played a lot of League because he set a goal and then he wants to achieve that goal. I have played a lot of Deadlock because I also feel like I love the goal. I love the feeling of progress. I like the hype moments. A couple long nights. Unfortunately, unlike Reynor, I don't have the same success, but which one are you looking forward to? Peligroso? Thank you, Monakino, again, matey, for the prime. I appreciate it. It's been a fun Friday so far, guys. A little casual stream in the morning and some big brain bouts in the evening. Two very healthy adapts to get on top of the natural of Cham. That is obviously the third. Good target fire on the links. He's getting a drone. He's going to get a second drone, maybe a third drone. I wouldn't even hate a cancel. Exactly. Why not? If we're doing this good, if we can guarantee ourselves a few more drone kills, why not? I like it. Getting the 3 extra drones early is big. I mean, that's amazing. Such a god tier start for Lemon. Can't wait to see how Cham wins this game too. Pulls a beam. Oh my god, man. What is this game, guys? What is this game? Cham with no spore crawler at the third. 6 drones went down against a couple of adepts. 9 drones go down against the Oracle. Can't wait to see how Cham wins this one. If Cham wins this game, guys, I might just be done. I'm sorry. I will host somebody up. Maybe Reynor wants to step in and bring series number 3 and 4 home. Because I've seen enough. If this somehow turns into a 3-0 for Cham, I'm done. I'm gonna wave the white flag and be like, you know what, guys? It's been real. I had a great time. We'll see you guys next Friday. Well, Monday as well, obviously. If Cham wins, I'll give this up. Oh, you big spender. Don't tempt me with a good time. But I appreciate the free roll. No matter how bad, I always appreciate a free roll. More drones are dying as 3 more adepts have a field day. They kill 6 drones. I mean, what the hell is happening? There's an adept in the main base too. 22 drones have died. 5 minutes and 10 seconds into the game. It took the Kansas City Chiefs 60 minutes of football to score 22 points. Lemon has killed 22 drones in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Lemon's is officially greater than Mahomes. This looks... Yeah, honestly, if Cham wins this game, I'm so done. I'm actually just so done. It would be so illegal to win a game like this as a Zerg. This is just way too much economic damage. You're never, ever, 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 ever supposed to recover from this. You got a new record? What record did you get? I'm looking forward to playing, Yor. If Lino comes over and you're available, I'll obviously play with Lino anyway, regardless. I always like playing with you guys. Lemon versus the Philly Eagles. Replay the Super Bowl. I'm picking the Eagles, though. I have faith. This would be the one game, by the way, where Cham is just going to go up to like 85 drones. Quick lurkers. And then Lemon is so paranoid and he sits at home forever with Stalker Storm. Thank you to Flutch for the 62 months. That's a very long time as well, mate. Maybe we can get my brother to play if we desperately need a fourth. But I do warn you guys that there is no man on this planet more annoying than my brother. Deep down inside he means well, but oh boy is he annoying. I think I know how that one looks. I was thinking of getting the white Nox record for a little bit, but I know they already have a new one again. Honestly, my old record is still perfectly fine. I figured I should do some other things in life first before I buy another record that I absolutely don't need. It's kind of like gamers, you know, how we always used to get a new mouse and a new keyboard because we thought we'd play better. Like when you keep on buying Neil Padel records, you think you're gonna play better, but it really doesn't make you better. It's gonna have to put in some hours. 8 minutes into game 3 of this best of 5. Lemon up 10 workers. Lemon's got +1. Cham is trying to crank out a few more roaches. He does have a lot of Zerglings. Cham is gonna get a little surround. It's a pretty decent one, but obviously Blink is available. Go Cham. I love Cham, mate, but I really don't want to see Cham win this game. Because A, that means that we had a 3-0. And my goal is to give you guys some fun, close, competitive Starcraft. And B, it would also just be the silliest victory ever, and I have no idea how to even explain it. But Roddy, when I watch Pro Zergs, they tell me the game is over if they lose 5 drones. Cham lost 22 and he won. Explain this. And I was like, I can't. I really can't. I've got nothing. Lemon is obviously doing the correct thing here, just dancing on the edge of creep, dropping a couple stasis trappies, dropping a revelation. He's on 67 workers. He's going up to 4 bases. He is not down 40, 50, 60 army supply. He's actually even. And even is obviously amazing for a Protoss. Gotta love the spirit of Cham, but this is definitely a little bit of hopium and copium. Lemon is gonna get a point on the board. Legit could have been a 3-0 already, but instead it is gonna be still a 1-2 deficit. But he's got reason to hope and dream. Now that he has played 3 games against Cham and he has seen nothing but roaches, lynx, and maybe the occasional baneling, perhaps Lemon is starting to get a read on his opponent. And he's like, yeah, there could be more lynx and roaches in game 4, guys. There is a realistic possibility of additional roaches and zerglings being produced. Lemon just saved esports. He saved my Friday night. No, I already had a great Friday. I'm very excited. I'm excited for 7 days from now, guys. Because I think the world will look so different to all of us as StarCraft fans. And I feel like everybody's gonna be happier and pros are gonna be excited. It's gotta be good news, right? For the love of everything, it's gotta be good. This is where he hits him with the Glaive DT Phoenix. I got Cham not too long ago with the 3-gate resonating Glaive into double Stargate Phoenix. I think it really helped me that he didn't know it was me. Because Cham, I think, is very good against the style if he knows that it's coming. Yeah, you gotta... This sick, mate. I mean, beating Cham is legit impressive, right? Even if it's just a ladder win. Like, I feel like you can be very proud of that. There are not many people on this planet that can rock up with a little self-made PvZ style and beat a guy like Cham. So I think you can be very proud of that. It should give you some bragging rights among the kids.
Round 4. Fight!
Round 4, guys. Bottom left side. I thought he was the favorite coming into the series. Not by a lot, but just like a minor favorite. He is down 1-2. I think the pros would call it a theoretical 3-0 up to this point. This is Lemon. And to explain that meme, there were some instances of pro gamers talking to their friends after losing a series. And they said it was an actual theoretical 3-0 win, 4-0 win, 5-0 win. And sometimes the pros value the theoretical W's a lot more than the actual W's. Did something go wrong? Sure, but it doesn't matter. Because in theory, it was a win. And I think some pros would look at this series and say, this was a theoretical 3-0 for Lemon. Instead, this man is still up 2-1 and is one map away from winning another 80 buckies on the Friday night here in the Big Brain Bouts. This is Cham. Yeah, but Kurmisago, Cham is a smart guy. And if he sees something completely different, if he sees you go double Stargate, he's obviously not just gonna spam roaches and links of 59 drones. Like, he'll switch it up. But yeah, if Lemon plays the exact same way, there's a very good chance that Cham plays the exact same way. And Cham is like, I'm not gonna switch it up, mate. I'm not worried about a couple oracles into blink stalkers. I can overwhelm you. I can be one with the swarm. And a lot of Zergs obviously hate late game ZVP at this point. Because of the mothership, because of storms, because of everything. So yeah, I can't blame Cham. If it works, right? Johnny someone with the 2 months. Hey yo, thank you for keeping it real. What am I keeping real tonight, mate? Well, I do my best. Thank you for the love. I appreciate the support. I do try to always keep it somewhat real. Sometimes I'm very sarcastic and people don't get my sarcasm. Sometimes I've got bully clipping things out of context, but I try to keep it very real. I like Lemon as well. Yeah. In my Warcraft 3 days, I always felt that the best usernames were the very simple ones. Like if you call yourself Sky, and you're actually like a 2-time World Cyber Games champ, Sky suddenly sounds really cool. If you call yourself Moon, and you're arguably the GOAT, Moon starts sounding really cool. Captain Canada. I saw Canada won the hockey game, by the way. The spicy one. In overtime. Whew. It's actually a shame that I would have liked to watch it live, but I had a few things that I had to really take care of today. And I know you guys will probably look at my history and be like, Rodder, you were playing Deadlock for 3 hours. How busy was your day? Okay, it wasn't that busy, but... you know, I still had to do something. So I didn't want to stay up all night. But nice for Canada. Canada's a lovely place. Was a good game. I believe it. It's cool. National hockey, like, obviously NHL is very cool, but when it's the countries against each other, I feel like it always becomes a tiny bit extra spicy. I used to call myself Justice, but yeah, that's also a name that if you're very good, I think Justice is a really cool nickname. But you have to be very good. If you're not that good, yeah, that kind of falls off. It's weird how that works. I don't think I picked a very good nickname, but I like that people started calling me Roddy. That was the best thing about it. Honestly, big shout out to Wolf from France, Night Elf player. He started calling me Roti. And then Carmack started calling me Rotty. And everybody stuck with Roddy. I'm very happy with that. Because RotterdaM is just too long. It sounds a bit cringe. Well, yeah. They should warn you about these things, you know, when you're 17, 16, 15, and you're picking a nickname. They should warn you. It hurts, Hydra. It just does, especially like when people say it in Dutch at events and they come to me. Hallo, jij bent toch Rotterdam? Every fiber in my body is like, yes, that's me. Oh, there's only one man to blame, that's me. But it is what it is. Couple revelations have landed. So Lemon is trying to push the creep back a little bit off Cham. There are 2 queens here and a spore, so it should be a little bit harder. Obviously a much better game for Cham. But I think that was inevitable. I don't think we were ever going to see another game where Lemon would once more kill 22 drones 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. How do you pronounce it, Angrith? That's funny that you're talking about World of Tanks. Do you play it? Because out of all the pay-to-win games out there, World of Tanks is actually a good game. Ooh, stasis trappy in the natural, stasis trappy in the main. I had a lot of fun playing World of Tanks. And obviously I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm not a hashtag a sellout. If anything, I gave up salary to not cast World of Tanks and stay with Starcraft. I lost 1,800 buckies a month to not work on World of Tanks. So the opposite of a sellout. But honestly, the game wasn't even that bad. It was actually kind of fun. I just didn't really want to be a World of Tanks guy. But I did have a good time playing it. Some very cool models, great sounds, nice items. And especially when you buy that gold ammunition, the game becomes a lot more fun. I don't follow it closely enough, R3, but I always believe in Ovechkin. The grade 8, baby. Cham has gone for Aspire, so for the first time in this series, he is playing it out a little bit differently. And Lemon obviously took some risks with his Oracle, so he took a lot of damage. Does not know it yet. But Lemon is building a lot of Blink Stalkers, and Blink Stalkers can be very good against Mutas. I want to say this is a very questionable Muta moment, but Cham is Cham. And who the hell am I to doubt the Mexican goat? I know that's special, of course. When it comes to Zerg, guys, he's definitely the Mexican Zerg god. Sorry, Jim Rising, I know you're still out there. Very successful streamer these days. I'm proud of Jimbo. Cham is our Mexican Zerg god. Hatchery is very low, and Lemon desperately wants to get this hatch, but he actually shoots at the queen a little bit. The link count is so freaking high that you would know that. You should always know that this is Mutas, right? And if you didn't know yet, he definitely knows it now. Mutas are gonna get on top of the Stalkers. Lemon could really get a whole bunch of cannons. I would temporarily cancel this, by the way. I would not be stubborn. I would cancel this Nexus. Lemon, it is not worth losing the series over a 4th base when you're on 67 probes. Just focus on defending your original 3 bases. Get a couple cannons, get a couple batteries as you keep some micro in the Stalkers. Let's the Nexus finish off. It's a bold move, but I think it's just too much, man. Cham with pure Zergling Muta is once more punishing Lemon for his aggression. And the overwhelming amount of +1 melee Zerglings have really done a number on the Stalkers of Lemon. And after 4 games, it is a 3-1 victory for Cham. 3 games of nothing but Roaches and Zerglings. And in game 4, we switch things up. +1 melee Zerglings and Mutas. And Cham just wins. Cham just wins because Lemon is too far out and about. 80 bucks go to Cham, and honestly, it's an impressive win, man, because Lemon is damn good. And I thought Lemon was the favorite coming into this one, but well done by Cham. It's impressive. Cham is just, when it comes to the big brain bouts, guys, Cham is an animal. He's built different. You know, I've seen a lot of our Mexican Zerg in the Friday night, but he still impresses me. It's actually, kudos to Cham. Another win. I'm not going to invite him again next week or the week after that because we've had a lot of Cham and he knows that. But I appreciate him stepping up for this one because I really needed a US West gamer. And yeah, he's the one to get a win over Lemon. It's impressive. I'm going to go ahead and take a tiny break, and then we get ready for our 3rd series of the night as we get 10 more subs from Basilisk, like we always do after a best of 5, which makes the Friday nights a whole lot better for me. But obviously they're already awesome anyway. Even without some gifted subbies, I am more than happy on the Friday. You guys believed in Cham, and it was Cham in the end who gets the dub. Complete the prediction. Next up, guys, a co-main event, which I think could have also been a main event. Both of these guys have done excellent lately. Both of them have done very good. And Jumi even recently won in the main event over Elaser. That was incredibly impressive. I think a lot of people look at Jumi here as the favorite. I would agree. I think 4Jumi is the favorite. But don't sleep on Nicorakt, his Terran. Nicorakt, I think, is a damn good Terran. Did defeat Goblin recently in the Big Brain Bouts, so I really think this is going to be a fun series. The winner gets 100 buckies and the loser gets 25. So, a lot to fight for. Jumi is pretty much the favorite over everyone, but Nicorakt, guys, can really be a gamer. And I can let you guys know, I promised Nicorakt that if he wins this best of 5, next up, main event for him. No more second match, no more third match. If Nicorakt wins tonight, you guys will see him in the main event real soon. So he's fighting for more than just 100 buckies. I'll see you guys real soon.